Hey guys, let's build an animated website using HTML, CSS and also JavaScript. So I'm going to refresh my website, and this is the animation, and this is also have an animation. When you click on the menus and have an animation, right, and close it, and this is the next one section. When I click on that, and I'm able to see the price and also button. Same thing on there, same thing on there. The next one have a video background and have content images. The cool thing inside there is contact us form, right? Behind the contact us form have an image and have a background color. Every 5 seconds the background has been changed, right? So as you can see, the final one is menus. Cool thing inside them. So it is fully responsive. In a minute I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna right click it and go to inspect element, and I'm gonna select that. So iPhone 12 Pro Max, as you can see, click on that, right, close that, and everything is perfect right now. As you can see, go down right now, right? So click on another device, select the Ultra, next, right? So this is a cool project that we're going to create it. So I'm going to close my browser and have my project files, index.html, style.css and script.js. Inside the style.css I will be using Ruda and Poppins fonts. Have a basic structure of HTML, also have a links included inside the HTML document, and also have a script.js file. Inside the images have some images and have one video that we're gonna use it inside our project, right? So those are images, those images we're gonna use it inside our project, right? So without further ado, let's get started to write the simple and short code about the project, right? So I go to CSS. In the CSS we need to do something, means we're gonna add some reset properties, and we're gonna add also another property that we're gonna use it inside our project again and again, right? So I'm gonna use it margin 0, padding 0, and font family I'm gonna use Ruda sensitive. List style type will be none, text decoration none, box sizing border box, and also I'm going to use outline will be none, right? So this is the reset properties. So we're going to use list style inside our project, so the default will be list style type. Bullets will be removed when I will use that inside our project. The next one is HTML fonts. So the HTML font size I'm going to use 60, font size 62.5%. Then I'm going to create a root variable that I use to create a variable. Inside that we're going to use the variables like a primary color, secondary color, like that. So I'm going to use primary color hash to be at one E4, and the next one is secondary color hash EEE, and white color gray color, and the final one is a light gray color, right? So those are variables that we're going to use it inside our project. Next one is center. So we will use the sender property inside our project. So I'm going to use display flags, justify content sender, align item will be sender, right? Save. And yeah, so those are basic properties that we're going to use it inside our project. And inside the HTML page you can't see anything else without basic structure of HTML. So in the next video we're going to work on the header section. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's create a header section. Inside the header section we're going to add the image and some content. So let's do that. So first of all, I'm going to create a container class. Inside the container class I'm going to use header class, header tag and header class. Write the text h1 dot heading around the world, header paragraph, and I'm going to use some text inside there. Otherwise use speech less than turns you into a storyteller. After that I'm going to add the text, right? So this is the header text. Okay, I'm going to get that. So for that I'm going to use header text div. Inside there I'm going to paste those content. Outside of the header text I'm going to add the images, and this will be images add balloon, and alt text is a temporary name, but I'm going to add that. Class will be header image. After that I'm going to add the logo class h1. Inside the h1 I'm going to use the span tag multiple times. Use the text t h e r o a d, right? So save, and let's open the browser and have a text, image, and so on. Let's go to the first thing is you need to select the container. This is also have a basic class that we're gonna use it inside our complete website. We're gonna handle our website using container, right? So the first thing is I'm gonna use background secondary color, and I'm going to use margin all side 3.5 rem. I'm going to use box shadow will be 0, 1 rem, 3 rem, get color. So let's look at that, right? Have a all side space. So let's start the header section. Start header close. So in the header I'm going to select the header class. I'm going to use width will be 100%, and I need to match it with our complete this one section. Means we're going to add the image with this one area without completing the whole process, without completing the whole page. I need to make a space top, left, right side, and also bottom side as well, as you can see. So I need to use, but I will use height will be calc 100 VH negative 7, right? Then I'm going to use background gradient, background liner gradient, and I'm going to use RGB 18. I'm going to add also image and also light background color, so I'm going to use liner background. And one more thing, I need to add that RGBA 18 113 255 0.3 is opacity. After that I'm going to use URL, and this will be background image of the header, right? Then also I need to add the few things. No repeat, and the first one is I'm going to use center, no repeat. After that I'm going to use the background size will be cover, right? So save, and let's look at that. Where is the image? Just a minute, I need to get that and paste here. So I think it should be displayed. No, in a minute. Just a minute, guys. This is a simple path problem, I think. So after that I'm going to use comma and paste it, and I think it should be displayed right now. Perfect. So have a background and also have some colors, like those are light blue colors, right? Let's do the text, header text. So I'm going to use text align will be center, text transform the uppercase, and I'm going to use letter spacing will be 0.1 rem. Text shadow, I'm going to add that 0.3 rem, 0.4 rem will be gray color. So right. So the next one is I need to make it all of the content in the center of the page. So I use the class like center, so I need to get this one class and we need to paste inside this one here. So let's look at that. Everything is center, our image, our content, and our logo as well, right? The next one is after the header text, I will work on the heading. Font size I'm going to use trim, and color will be white. And the next one is header, but I'm going to save it and let's look at that. Cool thing, but don't worry, we will manage that. This is the heading right now, I think. Header text, this is the heading, right? So perfect right now, as you can see, right? Perfect. Let's target the header, paragraph. Font size I'm going to use 3 rem. Font size 3 rem. Color will be white. Font size color is white, I think. Yeah. Max width I'm going to add, that will be 70 rem. And also I'm going to use margin will be auto. So right. Perfect. Let's work on the logo. Position absolute. Once you use the position absolute, then you need to use position relative inside the header, right? Because I want to move the content in the top of the right side. So position absolute, and we need to use the few things inside there is top 4M, right will be 4M, and also I'm going to change the font family will be Poppins. Font weight I'm going to add, font weight will be 600. So let's look at that, right? The content is moving top and right side of the page. Alright, so let's use the logo H1, and I'm going to use display flex, right? but I think yeah, logo. Just a minute, I'm gonna check that where is the logo like this one. We will work on that. Before using this one, I'm gonna comment out because I'm gonna show you every step. I'm gonna use our logo h1 span tag. In the span tag, I'm gonna use font size will be 200, font weight will be 700, color will be white, primary color I'm gonna add that, text transformer is uppercase, background I'm gonna add will be white, and also I'm gonna add the space, width and height. Inside there have a content, so I'm gonna just merge in to make a space all sides, and also I'm gonna add the border radius to make a rounded of the page of the content like this one, as you can see. But the thing is, I need to make a class like this one, logo. So right now, as you can see, right, so I want to display those content in the center of the page, so I need to go on index.html, and inside that I need to use center. No, just a minute. I need to select all of these span tag. On each tag I need to use class center. So, and look at that, each content has been appeared inside center of the page. Just a minute, right? So this is a very simple section all about how you can manage that. In the next video we're going to discuss all about how you can animate that. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Let's add the animation inside the logo and our image. So I go to my code editor, and the first thing is I'm going to select the animation name. But before selecting the animation name, you need to select that logo h1 span tag, and I'm going to show you the long way and short way animation, and I'm going to write the name top letters. Animation duration is 5 seconds. Animation delay is 0.1 second. Animation iteration count is infinite, right? So those are animation properties and values, but I'm going to leave that because I'm going to use shortcut of that, just like this one. In a minute, select the logo h1 span tag. I'm going to select nth child because I'm going to add one by one style on each span tag, right? So inside there I'm going to use animation drop letters and 5 seconds, duration 0.1 is delay, and infinite, right? So save, and I'm going to get that, paste many times, change a few things, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and yeah, I think 7 is 6, and final one is 7. We need to change the duration and delay time. Just change the delay time, 2 seconds, 3 second delay, 4 second, and 5 second, 6, and this will be 7 seconds. Once you use that, then you need to add the keyframe and write the animation name like drop letters, curly brackets, and inside there you need to define the position of the 0%. I'm going to use transform. Translate y means I want to move top and bottom, so I'm going to use the property translate y 0%, and the 10% I'm going to use it transform translate y will be 0%, and then I'm going to get it and use 15%. In the 15% I'm going to use negative 100%. Use 20%. 20% is 0%, and yeah, final is also have a 100%. So, and the 100% have a same thing. So save. I think we will able to see our text has been changed now. Right now, as you can see, moving up to down. So this is a keyframe. So let's add the animation inside our image. But before adding the animation, yeah, I'm going to select the header image tag, and the first thing is I'm going to add the width will be 35% to display the symbol. The next one is you need to go on top of the page, and inside the header you need to use perspective. This is a property that help us to make a 3D image or 3D view on your website. So you can assign the value on there, like 100 RAM, 200 RAM. So I'm going to use 100 RAM. Save, and you can't see any changes inside there, but I will use it to assign the position, like transform. I'm going to show you in a minute. Translate Z, and I'm going to use negative 49. So I'll look at that. When you will decrease the size, it will move on the image. If you use positive size, as you can see, the image is stable as on my screen, right? So we're going to use these tactics to move the image using translate Z property. So I'm going to comment out. I just show you how you can add that, and the default is like a 35%. Then we're going to add the animation to move the image from top to beside, straight forward, then move the right side, and then come back in the same position, and again it will display 3 positions. First is starting time, the second one is straight forward, the next one is like this one. So I'm going to show you in a minute. So I'm going to add the keyframes, write the image name, image float, 0%, curly brackets, and I'm going to use transform translate Z, 40 name. This is a positive, and also I'm going to add the opacity will be 1. Get that. Second time, the 40%, I'm going to use that translate Z will be negative 500 RAM, and also I'm going to add another property will be move to translate X. X means move to left or right side. When you will add the positive value, it will move on the right side. If you will add the negative value, it will move to left side. So I need to add the value on there. This is a 40%, and also I'm going to change the opacity 0.8. Get that. The next one is a 70%. In the 70%, I need to increase the value, 100, 1500 negative value, and 800 of translate X value. Get that, and this will be 80%. In the 80%, I'm going to add the 50, means after completing the negative 1500 process, then it will move on the same position like that we have assigned on the 40%, right? And also we need to use the translate X is, I think I will no, I'm gonna add, this will be 50, right? So 50 is our skin size, and I'm gonna add the 100. Yeah, I think that's perfect. The last one is, after adding this one, this is a starting point. The image will go to the whole process. After completing the whole process, this image will display in the same position. So I'm going to add this one position and use the same opacity. So you can't see any changes inside there, but we need to call this one property inside the image. So I'm going to use animation, image name, and duration 5 seconds, and I'm going to use infinite. So let's look at that. The image go to straight forward, right side, come back, and this is a complete whole process. And also I'm able to see the scroll bar has been appeared when it's moving on the background. So I need to go on top, and we need to use our flow X. I will use our flow as header. So right now, as you can see, I can't see the overflow right now inside our page. The next one is we need to increase the position, duration of the animation. As you can see, this image is going to straight forward, then right side, then come back in our same position, and this is a complete process. So I hope you understood as well all about the animation. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's look at another section. But before moving on another section, we need to fix something like change the uppercase to lowercase that. So I'm gonna get this one text from header section and paste inside there. So the first problem has been fixed right now. The next one is I used overflow inside the header, but we need to get that and paste it inside my container, because all of the content is appeared inside the container. So and everything is same right now, right? So let's work on the popular tour store. So this is a container, and inside the container you need to do like this one: make a content, add the images, and so on and so forth. So let's work on that. So I'm going to use section popular. First I'm going to use section popular tours. Popular h1 popular tours headings, the most popular. Then I'm going to use cards, repair card, front side. I also add the comment front side, and this will be back side. So this is the first one, and we need to make it twice, more than 3 cards. So in the front end I need to add the image, the images, and forest class card image. Then I need to add h1 the wild forest. Also I need to add the class will be tour name. After that I need to add the UL tag card list, but the class name is card list. Inside there I need to add the li card list item, right? So inside the li tag I need to add the content. Tour. I'm going to use that to 20 people. Then the next one is for tour guide and sleep guide. Then difficult medium, like that. So I need to remove that, remove this one also. So after the closing URL tag, you need to make a button tag, right? The type will be submit our button. You can use that, and use class navigation button. But we need to add content like price, and we need to use arrow sign like and GT and GT and GT, right? So save, and it should be display the card, and as you can see the arrow, right? But we need to work on the back side. Yeah, I need to change that, will be back side, right? And the back side, I need to use the button will be type. I need to get this one button, paste on there, and just need to change the back after that, and I need to also use the LT like that. So, and as you can see, less than arrows, and those are greater than arrows, right? So the next one is after the button tag, I need to use h3 and use $3.99. The next one is also we need to use button booking and card button. So this is our first one cards. So we need to make a more than 3 cards. So I need to get the second time. In the second time, I need to change the image like river, and this will be along the river, 9 days up to 30 people, 7 days sleep guide, and private terms. Yeah, hyped, and I'm gonna leave all of the same thing. The next and final card is C. So this will be C, and the wild forest, right? So 5 days up to 40 at sleep guide, sleep and hotel guide. Difficulty is easy, and so on so far. So let's look at that. First, second and third card. So let's work on the CSS to do the styling. So popular start, popular close. Step number 1, you need to select the popular word. First one section that have all of the content. So this one is the first man. So I'm going to use padding 5 rem, 0, 10 rem, and 0 to make a space, right? Then we need to select popular towards heading. Font size, I'm going to use 8 rem. Text align, I will use center. Margin bottom, yeah, 8 rem. So this is a heading tag. Remember that I will use primary color, and also I need to add the text shadow to make it 0.2 parameter. So 7, let's look at that. Popular 7. Popular 7, look at that, right? So this is a class. The next one is card wrapper. Inside there I have all of the cards, so I need to select the card wrapper and use display flags. Oh, where is the card wrapper? Like there. Here are all of the cards, but don't worry, we will use the card and use the width will be 35 RAM. It should be display. No, I need to use justify content space only. I think it should be display the same line. No, I don't know why. I think I need to check. Okay, here's a mistake. So save and look at that, right? Yeah, spacing only 35 RAM. Okay, this is the first one card, second one, and this will be third one. So why I can't see the space? 35 RAM. Just a minute. Okay, I think I need to manage the image, then it should be display perfectly. So add the 100%. So I think, yeah, it's perfect. So everything is clear on there. Let's work on the another areas, but also I need to add the border radius 0.3 RAM, 3 RAM and 0 to make a rounded of the card. Let's talk about the front side of the card. In the front side of the card, I'm going to use text align center. Background I will use white color, and border radius I'm going to use so I'm going to use 0.3 RAM, and then I'm going to use the tour name. Font size will be 2.5 RAM. Font weight I will use 600. Text transformer uppercase, and then save. First I'm going to check that I want to display those content like headings inside the image, so I need to use position absolute, and also we need to select the front card and use the position will be relative. Save. You can't see any changes because you need to use the top left and so on inside it. So I'm going to use top 30% and right will be 1.5 RAM. Color will be white, and yeah, and also I'm going to use text shadow 001 RAM, and this is a color name. So look at that. Text has been appeared inside the image, right? So let's do the card list. I'm going to use width 80%, and margin I will use auto, and also I will use the padding 2 RAM 0, 3 RAM 0. Take space, right? But I think I need to check that card list like this one. Yeah. Then the next one is I need to select card list item, because this doesn't affect when you will use that inside there. So inside there you need to use font size will be 1.6 RAM. First I'm going to comment out, then I will show you in a minute. So this is normal. When you will use that size, font weight will be 500, and color will be light gray, and I'm going to use margin top and bottom 2 RAM, left and right 0. Also I'm going to use border bottom 0.1 RAM, solid and primary color. I will use padding bottom to make a space after each line, so I need to use 1.5 RAM. Save, and let's look at that, right? But well, I will use it as like this one. Save, and look at that, right? Perfect. Then the next one is, so I need to work on the card button, then I will work on the back end back side. So primary color and background will be white. Yeah, border will be none. Font size I'm going to use 2.5 RAM. Padding I'm going to add 81 RAM, 2 RAM, and letter spacing 0.2 RAM. Border radius 5 RAM, and also I need to use cursor will be pointer. So and this is a backend. We're gonna work on that on later. This time you need to know all about that. The next one is, but before using that I'm gonna add it navigation button. So those are this one, those buttons. So navigation button, in the navigation button I need to use position will be absolute. I already mentioned the position relative inside my card. No, I think I need to use no, I have a position relative, but also I need to use the position. I will work on the backend side on later. This time I'm going to use the position absolute on there, just like this one, because I will work on the front end this time. So in the front end you have a position relative right now. So yeah, then I'm going to use top, and I want to move the content top left 0 point, move the button like this one right now, as you can see. Then I need to use few things, 0.5 padding, and I'm going to use background will be RGBA, light white color, 250 0.8, and I'm going to use color will be light gray color, and I'm going to use border radius will be 0.3 rem, border I will use none, font size I'm going to use 1.5 rem, and font weight I will use 600, text transform will be uppercase, and yeah, I will use letter spacing 0.2 rem, and also I will use cursor pointer like that. So and look at that. So this is a front end, and also we need to add the same class in the backend button, but in the backend we're gonna work on the next video. This time I'm gonna leave this one card button because this is a backend work, right? So I think, yeah, I think have some, just a minute. Okay, I think I will leave this one video. In the next video we're gonna work on the backend. So in the backend we're gonna fix all of the things. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's work on the backend of the card. But before working on backend I need to comment out the code of the navigation. So like this one. So and you will able to see the default buttons. The next one is you need to go on the card, and you need to change the backside, and also you need to change the class price to a price like this one. So you need to get that and paste it in the second one like there to a price, and this will be backside. The third one is to a price and backside, right? So next one is go to style.css, and then you need to select the backside. In the backside you need to manage the all of the content. So select the backside, and you need to use position will be absolute. Once you use the position absolute, then you need to select your card and use position will be a letter. Once you save it, you can't see any changes inside there, but I need to use few things inside there. The first one is top will be 0, and I'm going to use background will be var primary color. So look at that, right? The color and 2 buttons is appeared in the top of the page. Then we need to use width will be 100% and height will be 100%. Also I need to add few more things. Border radius 0.3 rem, and box shadow I will use box 0, 2 rem, 4 rem, and this is the color of that. So look at that. I want to display those content in the center. So the first thing is we need to use the class of each card, each of big card. So this is front and this one. So we need to use class will be center. We have made the center class and earlier we need to get that and paste on the second one and third one, right? So and right now, but I want to display the big card price and so on. So I need to use flex direction column, save, and look at that. Then I'm gonna uncomment that. Then you're able to see cool things like this. It's a big card, but when you will comment out this one, it should be displayed like this one card on. So in a minute I'm going to uncomment that. So I will manage it step by step in a minute, right? So the next one is tour price. So I need to select the tour price, and in the tour price I will use font size will be 5M, font weight I will use 300, and color will be white color. Margin button, I'm gonna add the margin button will be 3M. So and look at that, right? The final one is button like this one. So card button like this one. So I need to get that and paste on there. I need to add the color will be primary color. Background will be white color, and border will be none. Padding 1 RAM, 2 RAM. Letter spacing 0.2 RAM. Border radius 5 M, and cursor will be pointer. So look at that, right? I think yeah, font size, yeah, I'm gonna add the font size as well. 2.4 MB spaced. So look at that, right? So I'm gonna get this one, tour price, big side, tour price, and so, right? The important thing is when I click on that, then I want to display the first one, and once I click on the first one, then I want to display the backend. But before using that, I will add few things inside the backend big card. What I will add the, where is big card, like that. So I'm gonna use transform. First I'm gonna, just a minute, I'm gonna add the little bit shadow. So in a minute I'm gonna show you transform, translate Z, -5 RAM, and also I'm gonna use transform X 3 RAM. So and look at that, right? But I think I will use the X means left and right. So look at that, right? And one more thing I need to add, that will be opacity. I'm gonna use opacity 0.5, right? So I need to go on the top my card, main card. In the main card I need to use Z index 10, right? Cool thing, everything is cool, yeah. So I will also manage. I'm gonna also use opacity on the 0.9, but I will first I'm gonna save it. Let's get that. Perfect. Opacity, back card. Yeah, it's perfect. once you add the set. So let's work on the JavaScript. When I click on that, then I want to display the back side. When I click on the back side, then I want to display the front side. So I go to JS. In the JS, the first thing is you need to use array.from, and inside there you need to use document.querySelector, the querySelector all, because I need to get all of the buttons that contains inside the each front card. As you can see, this is front card have a navigation button, and same button have a back side, and have all of the buttons on each card, front and back. So we need to get that, and we need to paste it, right? After that, you need to use the for each loop, passing the parameter, run the function, and we're gonna use the item dot. I need to select my parent element. What is the parent element is? So the data is appeared in the card, like front and back. All of the data is appeared inside the card. So when I click on that, means I said in JavaScript, please add the class in the parent. So the parent is like card. So I'm gonna add the class like parent element class list dot toggle, and write the class name like change. First I'm gonna add the class name. So, and yeah, look at that. Open console, container, and the container popular section, and card wrapper. Focus on the cards. If everything is working, then we're gonna see the cards. No, I can't see right now. Undefined iteration. Okay guys. For each item dot, I need to add the event on click, right? Once the click is used, then run the function and add the class like this one. But we need to select the item as well. So, and I think it should be, first I will refresh it, and just one error from in a minute. The problem is all about on there, so I need to get that, and I think the problem will be solved, but I will use same thing, console, yeah, popular section card. When I click on any button, I can't see anything else. The reason for this one, I need to use from array.from method. So we need to paste that. I need to close this one, right? So the next one is for each, and yeah, this is a closing, and after that I need to, I think this time, yeah, perfect. So let's look at that. When I click on the in a minute card wrapper, click on that, I can't see anything else. I don't know why. Item.parent class, parent element dot parent element. Once again, parent element, two times. I think this time it display the class. Yeah, it's appear right now, guys. As you can see, card and change. When I click on the second one, third one, I'm able to see the data has been appeared. means class has been appeared when I click on the any button. So we're gonna use the same class. So first I'm gonna use the front, so I'm gonna use change dot front side. So I'm gonna use the opacity will be 0.5 and Z index I'm gonna add, that will be 0, right? And also we need to same thing in the back side. I get that and use back side, and this will be back side. In the back side I need to use the opacity will be 0.9, I think. Yeah, so I think it should be display right now. So I'm gonna refresh my page, click on that, as you can see, click to back right, as you can see. But we need to add the transitions when I click on that, right? So the transitions, first I'm going to use box shadow 0.5 rem, 4 rem, and also I'm going to use transform translate Z 0 and translate X 0. So I'll look at that. The first page, click on that, as you can see, click on that, click on that, click on that. Cool. The next one is I need to go on my front card, in the front of the card. So inside there I need to use transform translate Z -5 rem, and also I need to use transform translate X 3 rem. So, and also I'm going to use the transition on there to make it cool effects. City 0.4s comma transform 0.4s, and also I need to use box shadow is 0.4s. so those are transitions. When I click on anyone, click on that, as you can see, right? Click on that, but I think but the thing is we need to add the 3D effect inside there. I'm gonna use perspective 150 rem, and last thing I need to add that will be box shadow. Yeah, so box shadow I'm gonna add it 0, 2 rem, 4 rem, and hash 777 0, 2 rem. So, and refer page, look at that, guys. Click on that, 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 click on that. So guys, I hope you understood as well all about that. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Let's talk about the story section. So I'm going to write the story section, not story, like that. Inside there I'm going to use the story wrapper story, and yeah, I'm going to add the images, and this will be stories. This will be image, and the image is story image 1, story text, story heading. These read the best days of the year. After that I'm going to use p story that lorem40 like that. So this is our first one story, and now we're gonna add the story wrapper. I need to get just a minute. This will be, I need to get this one, and I need to create a story bg dev and paste that, right? So this is our first one. The next one is we need to get this one story bg and paste on there. We need to change the image, and also we need to change the title as well. So I enjoyed this great tool like that, sir, and look at that. Right, so those are images and also content. So let's look at that in the style.css. In the style.css we're gonna work on it to manage all of the things. So story style. So the first one is stories have a main container, you can say that 10 rem padding and 0 to make a space top and bottom. Next one is we need to select the story wrapper. Stories wrapper, I think. Let's look at that. Stories wrapper line, perfect. So I'm going to use display flex. Flex direction will be column, and align item will be center. So stories wrapper save, and look at that. Right. The next one is I'm going to select my story bg. In the story bg I'm going to use background color RGBI to 238 3 times, and 0.85 opacity. Padding, I'm going to add the padding 5 rem all side. Also I'm going to add the margin 5 rem to make a space. Width I'm going to use 70%. Box shadow I'm going to add that 0, 2 rem, 5 rem, and RGB 51 0.4. Also first I'm going to save it, and let's look at that right now. As you can see, this is the first one, this is the second one, right? But also I need to add few more things. So I'm going to use story image, and I'm going to use width 20 rem and height will be 20 rem. Also I'm going to use border radius 50%, and also I'm going to add the object fit will be cover. Margin right side I want to add that 5 rem. Let's add the story types, and I want to add letter spacing 0.1 rem. Right, so next one is story heading, and the story heading font size is 2.5 rem. Text transform uppercase, and color will be gray color, and I'm going to add the margin bottom 1 rem. Then I need to select the story paragraph. Those are contained inside the font size 1.8 rem, and line height I'm going to add the 1.8. Color will be okay, just a minute, color light gray color, and yeah, so look at that. Our content looks like this one. So story bg, story image, and story image. So I need to check that. Yeah, I need to add the class inside the story image. I didn't assign that. Story image, same class I need to assign it inside my second one. So look at that. Right, cool. The next one is I need to add a few things inside there. It is skew, transform skew. The skew is skew x means left and right 20 degrees move. First I'm going to save it and let me share with you. Right, cool. And also I'm going to add the border right side. Right will be 0.7 rem, solid white and primary color. So right, but the issue is we need to fix this one area, so I need to select the only story and use transform translate no skew x negative 20 degree. So look at that, right? Perfect. Also I'm going to use display flags. So look at that, right? So this is our skew section, but behind that I need to add the video background, so I need to add it inside the HTML page. I need to go on top, and before the story wrapper I need to use video container and use video tag. Source will be your images and video, and you need to add more things. First one, you need to add the attribute will be video and also MP4. The next thing you need to add that will be autoplay. When you will open the page, the video will autoplay. Also the video is muted, means I don't want to see the sound of the video. I don't like the display the sound, so I need to use muted. And last thing you need to add the loop, means repeat the video again and again. I need to add the class will be bg video. So and yeah, I go to style.css. In the style.css the first thing is stories, and after that I'm going to use video container. So I need to use position absolute, but also we need to add the position relative inside my stories. Then the next one is, first I'm going to save it, and let's look at that. So video has been appeared behind the text. The next one is I'm going to use top will be 0 and left will be 0, width will be 100%, and also I need to have height will be 100%. Last thing I need to add that will be opacity will be 0.8. Finally I need to select the BG video. I need to use object fit will be cover, and width will be 100% and height will be 100%. So and look at that, right? So this is our story section. Perfect. So see you in the next video. Let's create a contact us form, right? So before moving on that, this is the closing div of the container. Remember that all of the course is used inside the container div. I'm going to show you like this one. So this is the starting time and this is the closing div. Remember that all of the data is appeared inside there. So let's work on the contact section. So I'm going to add the section dot class will be contact, and I'm going to use h1 dot class contact hiding contact us. I'm going to add the form tag, leave the action, use the class will be form contact form. After that I'm going to add the div class will be input group. Inside the input group I'm going to add the label tag, leave the for, and I'm going to use full static sign. After that I'm going to add the input type will be text and class will be contact input. Then I'm going to add the placeholder will be enter your name. So this is our input group, right? So I need to get this one input group, and I need to make another input groups. This is another div. Remember that inputs group. So inside there I'm going to add more than 2 sections or 2 input fields, the email, and also I'm going to change the type as well. Enter your email, and also I'm going to get the input group div and paste it inside the input groups. So this will be font like that, and type will be text as well. Enter your font like that, and finally you need to add it message, right? So input groups, outside of that you need to get it and paste it, input group, and the label is message like that, and contact, leave the action, and I'm going to add the class will be from text area. And finally I need to add the button tag. Type will be submit, or you can use the button, you can do that. And I'm going to add the class from btn. Inside there I'm going to use submit. So this is a HTML structure. So we need to work on the CSS. In the CSS we're going to add few things to display the attractive and professional contact us form. So let's look at that. This time it's a contact us form. So let's work on that contact. So the first thing is I'm going to add the padding 15 times, 0, 20 times, and also 0. I want to display the content in the center, text will be center, and I'm going to add the background URL. Images, contact as PG, center, no repeat, and background size will be cover, and yeah, I'm going to add the animation, adding contact font size 7 rem, font weight will be 700, text transform uppercase, letter spacing will be 0.5 rem, color will be white, text shadow will be 0.1 rem, 2 rem, and this is the color of the text shadow. I'm going to add the margin bottom to make a space with our heading and our contact us form. So save, and let's look at that. Our background image, contact us form, and input fields. Cool. Let's select the contact form, and I'm going to add the width 70 rem, height will be 50 rem, and background I'm going to add there will be RGBA 255, 0.95 opacity, and I want to add the margin auto to make it as center, flex direction. I'm going to add the column, and I'm going to use border radius to round it the 0.5 rem. Box shadow I'm going to add that 0.1 rem, 3 rem, and this is the color, right? And last thing I need to add that will be padding to make a space. 5 rems. First I'm going to save it, and let's look at that. So this is our complete structure. Inside they have a form, so I use the padding to make a space whole of the area, right? So this one, so this is contact us form. The all of data, all of the input fields appeared inside there right now, as you can see, right? No, I've used a contact form like this one, right? The next one is I need to select the input group. Remember that input group. This time width will be 100%, and I'm going to use display flex direction. I'm going to use column and I'm going to add the margin top and bottom 1, left and right 0, right? So, and look at that, perfect. Let's add the input groups, and I'm going to make will be 100%, and display flags. Justify content, I'm going to add space between, so, and yeah, like this one. Cool thing is I'm going to select the input groups dot input group, width will be 48.5%, right? So have a space first and second one, right? So let's select the input group and input field. Also I need to select the input group text area, so I'm going to use padding 3 rand, 1 rand, 1 rand, 1 rand. Background I'm going to add it, background I'm going to add over secondary color, and border I'm going to add it 0.1 rand solid was secondary color, right? And I'm going to add the font size will be 1.4 rand, color will be light gray, letter spacing 0.1 rand space, border spacing is also going to add 0.1 rand as well. Border radius I'm going to add it will be 0.5 rand. First I'm going to save it, let's look at that. But I want to fix this one, so I need to use resize none. So look at that, I can't resize it right now, right? So let's use input group, and this will be input group, yeah, text area 1 rand. Okay, I will fix it, but this time when I leave I will add that on later. Alright, so input group, input focus means when user will click on that. Also I need to add same thing with our text area. So what I need to do, I need to add the border 0.11 rand solid and CCC. So when I click on that, then you will focus on that right now, as you can see. Perfect. So let's work on the input group label. Inside there I need to add a font size 1.2 rand and font weight 600. Text transform will be uppercase, and letter spacing is 0.1 rand. Color will be gray color, and so look at that, as you can see. I want to display those content inside the input fields, so I need to use position absolute on that, but also we need to select the input group and use the position will be relative. Once you save it, then you need to assign the positions, means top will be 1 rand, left 1 rand. It should be displayed inside there right now, as you can see, guys. But why I can't see this one is perfect position inside there, so I need to check that what is problem right now. 10, 20 text area, where is width, like this one. Input group width will be 100%, and size input group. input groups. Okay, I'm gonna add that. No, so and yeah, I will fix it. Already this time I need to manage the form, btn form, like this one, and weight will be 100%, and padding all side 1 rem, letter spacing will be 0.1 rem, margin top will be 1 rem, and I'm gonna use background will be light gray spaced, and color will be white color, and border radius is 0.5 rem, border will be none, cursor will be pointer, and also I will add the transition when I hover the mouse on that. So I'm going to select that form, column, or background gray color, and form hyphen btn, like that. So and look at that, guys, cool things, right? So this is my recording, sorry for that. Let's add the animations inside our contact form. So I will select the @keyframes and write the frame name contact bg, right? And yeah, I will add it 0%, and the background will be and 3D hash, like this one, and in the 25% of that I want to change the background will be CED 8E4, and then I need to select it, use the 50%, and the 50% I will change the background as hash 1E8 1F3, and we need to get that, use 75%. In the 75% I need to select the hash FF 7842, then we need to select 100%, and 100% I need to change the background as well, 3D hash 3D, like this one, right? Once you save it, then you need to call it inside the form, contact us form, right? So where it is, in a minute, contact inside there. I'm gonna add animation and contact BG 35 seconds, infinite. So save, and look at that, can't see any changes. Animation contact PG, just a minute, contact keyframes, should be display, no, okay, I need to I need to go down, stories, animation, paste, infinite, okay, I'll refresh it one more time. Sometimes we are facing issue on the browser, and I'll close it one more time. I need to stop it, and yeah, I'll use contact, go down, okay, I will decrease the size, then I'm gonna check it's working or not. No, it doesn't work right now. Contact BG So let's look at that. All of this section is appeared inside there. So why it doesn't work on other at keyframes, contactity. Keyframes, contact VG. Okay, the problem is, I need to add background color. So, and look at that. It doesn't affect background color. Another problem is like this one. Sorry for that. I need to remember. So, and look at that. Right now, guys, the background has been changing right now. Cool effect. So I need to increase the seconds on that. 7. Look at that. Look at that, the cool effects. So I hope you understood as well. In the next video, we're gonna discuss all about navbar. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's work on the final section of the website is footer section, but also we need to work on the menus as well, but this time it is the last section of the last one area, right? So I'm going to create a footer and assign the class will be footer. Inside that I'm going to add the navbar footer list, and I'm going to add anchor link, just a minute, anchor dot footer link, like that. So class, and I'll leave. Okay, just a minute. I just leave it, and home. This will be to us, and this will about us, offer, contact, and after that I need to add the paragraph, but I need to also add paragraph as well. I need to change to paragraph, and it's copy, right, copy OnlineITtuts tutorials, alright, is like that. So, and copy. So look at that right now. So let's move on the CSS and to work on that. So I'm going to get it 2 times. Footer start, footer plus. Inside the first thing is you need to select the footer class. In the footer class you need to select the background will be gray color, and you need to add the padding for ran 0 to ran and 0. Then I need to select the footer list to display the content in the straightforward, so I'm going to use display flags. Justify content I will use center. Then I'm going to select the footer link and change the font size on 2 rem space. Color will be color will be white is best. Margin 0 and 2 rem, and I'm gonna add the background will be gray color is best. Padding I'm gonna add 0.3 rem, 3 rem, and also letter spacing is 0.3 rem. Transition I will use as well. When I hover the mouse, 0.2, 3 is best. SA in out. So when I hover the mouse on the footer link, it should be rotate. So I'm going to use transform rotate -10 degree, and also I need to add the box shadow 0 to rem and 3 rem, and yeah, this is background. save, and look at that, right? Cool thing. Finally, you need to add the footer, paragraph, and this text line will be center, and font size I will use 1.5, and color will be letter spacing 0.2, that is best. And also I'm gonna add the margin top will be 5 to make a space right now, right? So this is our complete website, but last thing we need to add that will be icon on there. When I click on that, then display the menu. So this is the final video on this one topic. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's talk about how we can create a navbar in our project. So I go to top of the page, and then I'm gonna add the navbar inside my container. Navbar start, navbar close. So inside the navbar I will use the classes like open navbar icon, and also I will add another class like navbar hyphen icon. So those are different classes: open navbar icon, open navbar, right? Then I'm gonna add the lines, line times 3. So we're gonna add 3 lines, right? So this will help us to display the lines, right? The next one is I need to use navbar wrapper. In the navbar wrapper I will use navbar navtag navbar class. Inside the navbar class I will use the close navbar icon, and also I will add another class navbar icon, like that. Inside there I will add 2 lines, line times 2, like that. And also I will add another classes like line 1 and this will line 2. Those are lines that will help us to close the navbar, right? So after this one area I need to add the nav list class. Inside there I will use anchor link and assign the class will be nav link, like that. Use hash sign and add the links home, and the next one is towards, about, and offer. Last one is contact. Save, and I need to open that in the live server. Right now I'm able to see the contact data. My data has been appeared inside my console, inside my top of my page. So we need to fix the issue. Means we're gonna add the lines, like those lines, and we're gonna display those content. So I need to go on style.css and we need to go on top of my page. In the top of my page I need to use, just a minute, I will manage the content. I do to this way. So this is the header style. I will use the nav star, right? Navbar start, and this will be navbar close, right? So inside there the first thing is I'm going to select navbar icon, and I'm going to use width will be 5.5 em and height will be 5.5 em, and I'm going to use the background will be white color. Save, and look at that inside the page, right? Background color white. The next one is I need to select the never refer to hide the links. So I'm going to use display none. Save. Look at that. I can't see the icon right now, means links. The third way is we can use it. I need to select the navbar, open navbar icon. So I think like this one. So we're gonna add the lines. So select it, and I'm gonna use the position will be fixed, and I'm gonna add the top will be 6.5 m and left will be 6.5 m. Right, so save, and I can't see right now, but don't worry, we will manage it. This is the third step. The next one is I need to add the border radius 50%, and I will use cursor will be pointer, means when user will click on that, then I want to display the clickable link. Then I need to add the navbar icon dot line. We need to add the lines. I need to add the height 0.2 m and width will be 3.5 m. I will add the background will be light gray color. So save, and look at that. Where it is, just a minute, I'm going to check that where is problem right now. So the step one, navbar icon 5.5. so where I use the fixed position, open navbar icon, position fixed, top 6. Okay, I'll use that index inside there 200 to display that in the top of my page, right? So those are lines, so I want to use that inside my circle, right? So lines of so I need to select like that. I'm going to use flex direction, but before using flex direction I need to go on my this one area, and we need to add the class is center inside there, right? First we're going to save it, and let's look at that. Everything is the center, but I need to use the flex direction will be column. Save, and look at that, right? Let's use the column. Then the next one is I need to make it aligns. So after that I will use open navbar icon dot line, and I'm going to add the margin top and bottom 0.3 and left and right 0. So and look at that. Okay, so lines have been appeared inside the circle. Then we need to enable, means I will enable that navbar wrapper class to display the navbar, right? So those are links. So inside there I need to add few things. Width I need to add the 100 VW and height will be 100 VH. I need to add the background will be RGBA 255 255 255 0.7, and I need to use position will be fixed, left will be 0 and bottom will be 0. First we're gonna save it, and let's look at that what happened. It is appeared behind that, but I need to add the Z index 300. So right now I'm able to see the everything is appearing inside my front of my website, right? So let's fix another issues. So I need to select the navbar, and I need to add the width will be 100%, and height I need to use 100%. Also we need to use the position relative, and also we need to add the position. Yeah, I will use the position. First we're gonna save it and then let's look at that. We need to add the position. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm going to use position relative, and also I will use background line gradient, and I'm going to add that RGBA 0.5, and I need to use comma RGBA 0, 0, 0 and 0.3. After that I need to use URL comma, and I will add the image. Image is Neva BG image, and I need to use no repeat. No, first I'm going to use center, no repeat, and then I will add another property, background size color. Save and look at that, right? So the background has appeared and it is covering complete page, so we need to fix that, right? So how you can fix it, in a minute I'm going to show you. I need to select my navbar wrapper, and I need to add the padding 3.5 to make a space all sides. So look at that, but the issue is on the right side, so we need to add the separate values. The first one is 3.5 RAM, and the second one 5.2, again 3.5 RAM, 3.5 RAM. So look at that, everything is attached with our current page, right? Let's move on the next one section. In the next one section I need to select my close navbar icon, and we need to use position absolute because I've used the position relative inside my navbar, so you need to use position absolute on there and use top 2.5 mm. I want to display the close circle in the right side, right? So I need to use top 2.5 and right 3 RAM, right? So I and look at that, right? So this is the close button icon. Then the next one is I need to add the lines, so I need to select line 1, right? And we need to use transform or rotate 40 degree, and we need to get it and the second time we need to add negative 40 degree, right? So the lines will be appear as a cross sign right now, and we need to also add the same class on our second one area, like there, center. Save and look at that, right? So this is our close icon. So let's move on the CSS. So this time I'm going to select the nav link, like this one, but also I need to select the nav list, but I'm going to use it. First I'm going to use font size will be 3 RAM, and I'm going to use font weight will be 700. Color will be white, and text transform as uppercase. Save and open that. Look at that. So this is a nav link and this is the parent class, so you need to select it and you need to use display property flex to flex the item, and I need to use height will be 100%. That's save and look at that. Can't see any changes right now, but don't worry, we will use the few things inside there to display the. I need to use width 100% and save. Yeah, right now cool thing is perfect. So I need to go on top, so we will manage it step by step. So I need to go on top and we need to select the neighbor wrapper like this one, and inside there I need to use the bottom -100, and I need to leave this one because -100%, and I'm going to use the opacity as well 0. So and you can see right now the menus inside the page, so I'm able to see this is an icon, right? Then we need to use those things inside our nav link. When I click on that, then I want to display the like there nav link. So the first one is you need to use the opacity will be 0.8, and I will use the transition because I will use the hover effect, but this time okay, I will add that transition all 0.3 seconds SAN, and also I will use the position relative, and I'm going to use top will be -100%. So and right now you can't see any changes right now, but those are important things, right? So I think this video is too long. In the next video we're going to continue that, and we're going to understand how we can display the attractive menu. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Welcome back. Let's work on the JS to display the menus. When the menus will appear, then we're going to work on the style as well. So I go to script.js, and the first thing is I'm going to add the event listener, inside the menus. So you need to use document.query selector, and you need to select the first one icon like that, query selector like that, and you need to use .add event listener, which event, click event, and I run the function, and inside the function I will add the class. Where you will add the class, you need to get the const container document.query selector, and you need to select the container class like this one. So once you get the class, then you need to select it. When user will click on that, then add the class inside there. Which class? Write any name as you want. So this is the first step. The next one, we need to check that. I'm going to open my console, and yeah, this is a container. When I click on that, as you can see, the text has been appeared inside the change right now. So the next one is I also use the same thing, but this time I need to add the event listener on my next one icon to close the icon. So copy, and we need to paste it, right? And we need to remove the class when user will click on the close button. So let's move on the style.css. In the style.css, the first thing is you need to add that the change class, right? Means user will click on that. In a minute I'm going to use .change .nav link. I'm going to use top will be 0. So in the nav link I use the top -100, so I use top 0. So let's look at that, what happened when I click on that. I can't see any changes right now. Just a minute, I think something is wrong. I need to use the same thing on top, I think. Yes, I will select this one class, and after that I need to paste it, the change neighbor wrapper, and we need to use opacity will be 1 because I used the opacity 0 in the neighbor wrapper, and I'm going to use the bottom will be 0, and also I'm going to use the transition effect, bottom 0.7 seconds, and opacity 0.2 seconds, and delay 0.5 seconds, 25 seconds. So save this time. Perfect. So click on that, click that, as you can see. click that, right? So those are means close that. When I click the close button, what happened? Menus has been appear. But what happened when I click on the close to remove the change class? So in a minute, that close navbar icon. In a minute, I need to understand that what happened. I'm gonna open my console and we need to check that. First we're gonna select it and open it. Click on that. The class is okay. I think something is wrong on the CSS, so we need to fix few things inside our CSS, right? So let's move on the top. Our navbar icon, flex direction and open navbar icon. Position is fixed and top 200, Z index 200, and then I need to select the lines height, so on and so forth. Lines and nav wrapper, and the nav wrapper is the height width RGB 25, and so on. So position is fixed. Left is 0 and Z index is perfect. Padding and yeah, everything is perfect on there. Also I will use the transition on there. When user will click on bottom 0.5s, and also I'm going to add the opacity 0.2s, right? Then go down and I'm going to add the opacity 1, bottom will be 0, and same thing on there. Then the navbar, have a navbar 100%, position is relative, background something like that, perfect. And navbar icon, position is absolute, so perfect. Lines, then the nav list and display flex, height 100%, nav link 3 rem 700, and width will be 100%, opacity perfect. Yeah, everything is perfect, but I think okay, last thing I need to add that, then I think it should be displayed perfectly. So I will use the dot change this class dot nav hyphen link nth child. I'm going to select one by one item and assign the transitions. Transition top 1 seconds 0.4s, opacity 0.3s, and color is 0.3s, right? And also I will use a little bit of JavaScript. This will be 2 and 1 second, this will be 0.6 second, and yeah, get that. And also I need to use third one. This will be top and 8 on 3 yes, perfect. And this will be 3, and fourth one will be 0. No, I'm going to use 1 second on that, and I will leave all of the same thing in the 5, and final one is 1.2 seconds. So I just changed the delay time set, and last thing I need to add that will be background color. So I'm going to use const inside the nav links. So I'm going to use JavaScript to display the background color hash 6495ed, and the second one color is hash 7 3 times f and d4 then I'm gonna hash ff0 ffa0 71 and hash f0 at 0, and final one is hash af 4 times c. So those are colors inside the array. We're gonna use the array to display the colors. So how you can display the colors? First, display the colors inside the navbar. So you need to create a let variable, assign the value 0. I'm going to add that on there. Then I'm going to use same method array dot from, and I'm going to use document dot query selector all parentheses double quotation, and this time I'm going to select nav links, like those nav links. So nav link, then I need to use dot for each parentheses, and we need to pass the item, run the function, and inside the function I need to call the item dot class list, no, item dot style dot CSS text, and I'm going to use background, will be using little template background color $, and I'm going to passing the parameters is colors my array, and I'm going to add the I increment 1 by 1 value. Let's save it and check it now it's working or not. So first I'm going to open my console. If everything is perfect, no, this is the same issue that I've been receiving on many times. So yeah, array from, and this is the first one link, second one for each, and for each have it like this one, and template array, and 23 from 23. Just a minute, I'm going to check that where is problem right now, guys. So now link starting for each arrow, and yeah, it's perfect, but I don't know why I'm able to see the message. It's a little template item dot style dot CSS text, assign the value background color. Oh, perfect, but I don't know why I'm able to see the error right now, but I'm gonna try it right now. It's working right now, guys, as you can see. So I'm able to see the background has been appeared on my each link, so click on that. As you can see, there was some animations. So we need to display the icon, and we need to manage the links. So I need to go on style.css in the nav links. Just a minute, I need to check the, yeah, I'm going to use the z index 300 as well on there. So look at that, close it. Perfect, it's working right now, as you can see. Right, so we're gonna fix this one issue, but this time I'm gonna leave the video because the video length is too large. So I need to split the parts because it is very important to understand everything step by step. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's fix the issues inside our website. Like when I click on that and I want to display those content in the center, and also have issues inside the animation like that. So I need to fix those issues. So I go to my index.html. The step number 1, you need to select all of the links, and you need to use class will be center cell, and your data will be appear in the center of the page. Our first issue has been removed. The next one is JavaScript issue like this one, so we need to fix that also. So I'm gonna add the parentheses and remove this one. This is, I think, yes, it should be removed right now. Query selector all, where it is. In a minute I'm going to check the issue. 71. Query selector all. In a minute. So we're going to check the error. Right, when I will use the 2 times and 2 times 1 time, and this is curly brackets, and I think it should be, yes, the problem is removed. Right, so let's go to the style, and inside there I've used the all never wrapper, so you need to remove that, and let's look at that right now. Cool effects, click on that. As you can see, the image coming from the bottom and appear in the top, and also menus has been appeared as a top to bottom. But the issue is when I click on that, those data is appear top of the page, so I need to fix those issue also. So I need to check the animation problem inside my so I'm gonna find out where is the animation. First one issue is resolved, and query selector all. This is the background issue, and yeah, I think should be removed. The right, cool effects, perfect. I'm finding the, just a minute. Okay, neighbor. So inside there I'm going to use overflow y, hidden means left and right. So click on that, as you can see, cool effects, click on that one more time, everything is perfect on that. And the last thing I'm going to find in the another issue, so in a minute. Yeah, transition button, so I need to use that as a comma because comma is important. And last thing I need to add that when I hover the mouse on that, means when I hover the mouse on the link, then I want to use opacity 1. So I use the opacity 0.8 when I click on that. Right now this is default when I hover the mouse, as you can see. Right, so this is the simple issues inside our project. So in the next video we're going to work on the media query to make it as a responsive. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's look at the responsive mode. When user will open our website with different devices, then we're going to fix the issues inside the small screen sizes. So let's look at that. But before using CSS, I'm going to click on that, and this is the white background appeared before menus, so I'm going to use it and comment and I think it should be remove this one issue. Right, cool. So let's work on the CSS in the responsive. So in the responsive, the first breakout of the website, so I'm going to check it inside my inspect element, and I'm going to use responsive. So the first one I'm going to add it in the 1200. and 1200. I will break out this one area and then I will manage it, all of the things. So let's look at that. So I'm going to use media max width. So I'm going to select the cards rep class. I'm going to use flex direction will be column and align it will be center. So and 1201 when I hit that, and as you can see, perfect. Make a space on each card. So I'm going to use card and use margin top and bottom 3 and left and right 0. So and have a space, and also I need to change the width of this one. So this is a story DG, 85% is best. So right, so let's move on to another section or another breakpoint. 1000 and 1000. Yeah, I will use the 1000, another breakpoint, media max width 1000 pixel. So in the nav list, so there's a nav list. In a minute I'm gonna share with you index.html nav list like this one. So we're gonna use it. I'm gonna use nav list. This is the class. I'm gonna use flex direction will be column. So and the 1000 like this one. Click on that. Right, so we need to add some properties to cover all of the background color. So I need to use the flow nav link. I need to select that and let's flow 01 sub and look at that. Click on that. Right, but have a space on the right side. We will fix it in a minute. Right, so let's select the header text. Inside the header text, and I'm going to use a position absolute, and I want to display those content in the center of the page 50% and left will be 50%. Transform translate negative 50% comma negative 50%. So and look at that, the text is appeared in the center of the page, right? And also I need to use the Z index properties to display that. First I'm going to refresh page. Right now the text is appeared in the front of the image, right? Let's select the headings. Heading, so I need to decrease the font size will be 6, right? And yeah, heading paragraph font size I will decrease that 2.5 and so and I need to go on that and I select my heading there. Video paragraph, so get that. Paste it. So right, yeah. So let's move on the next one area. This is the next one. So I need to select the most popular towards headings. I need to decrease the font size 6 rand, so and font size has been decreased. Then the next one is story block. So first we're gonna check that like that. So we need to fix this one issue. So I'm gonna select the story like BG. So this time I'm gonna leave the transform skew 0 so to display everything in the same. And also we need to use the story transform skew x 0. Now I will change the direction will be column and align item will be center. So and look at that. Also we need to fix the issue on our text and images. So I'm going to add the image story -image. I'm going to use margin bottom to make a space 3 so and look at that, right? The last one is the contact us form is good, but I think I need to work on the nav link, footer link. So I'm going to select the footer link and I'm going to use padding 0.3 rem and 2 rem. Also I'm going to add the margin 0 and 1 rem. So look at that, right? Inside this one position everything is clear, but also I need to select another position as well, like 800. First I'm going to check that. Yeah, I'm going to select the 800. When user will hit the 800, then we need to fix another issues like decrease the font size and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm going to select 800 media max with 800. So inside there I'm going to select the header paragraph, and inside there I'm going to use display none because I don't like that in the small screen size. Just a minute. Header paragraph. So get there. Okay, here's a mistake, guys. Copy and paste that. Save. Small fonts, and also we need to use same property on that. When you will hit the 800, what happened? Okay, I need to use pixel as well on that. Right, cool. Then I'm going to select the popular heading because the popular towards headings, and I'm going to decrease the font size as well on the small screen size like 800 pixel, right? So this is the largest screen size, means greater than of 800, and when you will hit the 800, as you can see, right? So let's move on the next one area. So I need to work on the little bit of contact us form to fix some issues. So select the contact form, and I'm going to use weight will be 90% to decrease the size. Perfect. And yeah, I will use the footer link to change the direction. First I'm going to select the footer list, and I'm going to use flex direction will be column, and align item will be center. First save it and look at that, right? And also I need to add footer link class, and I'm going to use margin 1 rem and 0 to make a space right now. The last one, second last, yeah. So let's use it. 650, I think. Have a space in the right side, but yeah, I will check it. 750. Yeah, I will use the 650 will be another breakpoint. Max width 650 pixel. In the 650 pixel, I'm going to use the container, my main container, that have a space. All of the sides around the website have a space, so I need to decrease the space. So I'm going to use margin 0 in 650. Just a minute. Alright, so and hit that, as you can see, right? Perfect. So the next one is I want to move this one in the top, so I need to select that, open navbar icon, and I'm going to use it. Top will be 2.5 m and left will be 2.5 m as well. So, and yeah, move it. Perfect. Then I'm going to select the navbar wrapper, and I'm going to use padding 0. Alright, you can't see any change inside there because this is a behind. So let's work on this one icon. So I'm gonna use the .clause -navbar -icon, and I'm gonna use the right will be foreign. So, and look at that. Click that, right? Perfect. Then I'm going to select the contact heading as well, because the contact heading, in a minute we're going to check that. Contact heading is too large, so I'm going to use font size will be 6 rem, and also I need to select the contact form as well, because yeah, contact form and padding to run, and I need to use high 40 pixels. So, and look at that, right? So last one breakpoint is, I think everything is perfect on this one position, right? So yeah, so last one I'm gonna add it will be 500 is best. In the 500 I need to use one property, max width 500 pixel. I'm going to use HTML, and font size I need to use 45%. That's it for the media cube. So, and let's move on the 500 pixel. Right now, as you can see. Right, so this is our complete responsive website, and this is the animated website. So yeah, everything cool, and animated. So that's it for the animated website, guys. I hope you are understood as well, and hope you learn a lot of new things inside the video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.